Okay, now we're going to go over the assembly of the voting machine. First thing you want to do is check the luggage tag to make sure it's the right precinct. Especially if you have multiple precincts in your location, you want to make sure you have the right machines. Okay. You'll want to open up the case. Okay. Open up the privacy curtains. Take out the voting machine. The voting machine itself, you have the kickstand on the back. Just put the machine at an angle, okay, to cut down on glare. And try not to put it under fluorescent lights because that could also cause glare, even with the kickstand. On the top of the machine, you have the on-off switch. You have where the power supply plugs in, it's a round hole. And then next to that is where you plug in your Infinity printer or your double talk. Okay. Set that off to the side, get out your power supply. Power supply is in a compartment directly behind the machine. It's two pieces, also, like the printers. So you make sure it's three-pronged, only goes one way, make sure that's snug, okay? We also provide an adapter for three-pronged to two-prong, in case you have older plugs at your location. Okay. So now you want to get out the legs. Close the flap, the power supply, close the side curtains. Get out the legs. Okay. Set them off to the side. Close the case back up. Of course, make sure you close those flaps as well. Lock it. Turn it over onto its top to put the legs in. Now these legs have a bungee cord in the middle. You just straighten them out, let them come together. And when you put them in, you want to make sure they go in at an angle, okay? And try to put them in all the way down at the bottom of the hole. And give them a little twist at the end. That helps to keep them in place. Okay, now you want to put it on its legs. Turn it. Okay. We'll turn it around. Okay. You can kick the legs out a little bit to give it more stability. Now we will mention if you have extra tables at your polling location, use the tables so you don't have to mess with the legs. It makes it a lot easier for you. Okay, so open the case back up. Open the privacy curtains again. As you'll see, like this case, there's a little slot for the privacy curtain. Sometimes there's a little groove underneath to slide the curtain into. Okay, so you get it lined up, push it in. Okay, that's how you set up the case. You want to get your voting machine, set it in with the kickstand. Now with your power supply, we recommend running it between the privacy curtain and the top of the case. Okay, that way the cords stay out of the way of the voter, and of course it plugs into the top. Okay, now we're going to go over actually starting the machine on Monday. Once you have it set up, power on to it. First thing you want to do is hit the red cast vote button, check your date, your time, precinct name, votes recorded 0. It goes off eventually. You can hit the button again if you didn't catch it all. You want to get your green start card out, the arrow, put it in, put in your code, hit done. Now, Monday you want to go to show ballot and print 0 proof. So go to show ballot, you want to make sure all the candidates' names and races match. You want to start at the top. And of course, since this is a primary, Democrat and Republican, start at the top one of that as well. I'm going to go through all the pages. Match everything up. The last page, you hit the red cast vote button, takes you back to the menu. You want to do that for every precinct, every selection, Republican, Democrat. Now, you want to plug in your printer to print the zero proof to make sure your printer works for Tuesday morning. So you print zero proof, you hit print, it'll start printing. Once it's done printing, it'll ask, did it print correctly? Yes or no? You hit yes. Okay. And that's it for Monday. Take your green start card out. If you're in an unsecure location though, we do suggest you break it back down, log it back up. Okay. Tuesday morning, basically the same thing. Get your green start card out again, put it in, put in your code, hit done. Now Tuesday morning, you have to print a zero proof before you can start the election. So again, if your printer plugged in, hit print zero proof, print, it'll print out. Once it's done printing, it'll ask, did it print correctly, yes or no? You hit yes. Then you want to start the election. You hit start election, then start. It will change to mode voting enabled. So now you know you're ready to start voting. Remove card to continue. Take out the green start card. Every voter, you have to put in the blue vote card. So blue vote card goes in. Again, if you have multiple precincts, select the precinct, which is at the bottom of their printout. Make sure it matches. Select the precinct. Select what they declared, Democrat or Republican. Then you can take the card out and the person can vote. They have to make at least one selection on the ballot somewhere. Doesn't matter for who, they can skip people if they want. It is not a touch screen. They actually have to press the buttons and go through all the pages. Next page, last page will say confirm vote. They hit that. It'll tell them they can go back and review it if they want. If they're sure they made all the selections they want, they have to press the red cast vote button. The machine will tell them thank you, your vote's been recorded. So judges especially, you want to make sure to tell the voters that the machine will tell you thank you when you're done. So now we're going to go over auditing. Throughout the day, you have to audit your voting machines with your iPads and make sure your numbers match. Generally it's about every 2 hours. There's a form that you have to fill out that the state requires. So what you do, no cards in the machine, just hit the red cast vote button and you'll have at the bottom votes recorded 22, say. Go to the next machine, same thing, hit the red cast vote button, it'll say votes recorded 23. So you have 45 votes. Go to your iPad. Your iPad will have check-ins. That says 45. You're good to go. Just write on the form 45 on the machines, 45 on the iPad. Now you might have an issue where someone comes in, signs in the iPad, and they have to leave before voting on the machine. That's fine, they can leave, but they can't come back unless they're a first responder. Police, EMT, something like that, they are allowed to come back. But anyone else, once they sign into the iPad, they leave, they cannot come back to the voting machine. That'll mess up your count, but you want to add that onto that form from the state so you know that your count is going to be off.